Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2025 BMW X5 M60i, finished off in Brooklyn Gray Metallic with an MSRP just over $106,000. So we have a pretty much fully loaded X5 that has a lot of features to offer. Underneath the hood, this one is powered by the 4.4 liter twin turbo V8. It's also paired to the 48 volt hybrid electric system, along with the 8-speed automatic, pumping out a combined 523 horsepower, 553 pound-feet of torque. This features the xDrive all-wheel drive system, along with all-wheel steering. 0 to 60 is going to be just shy of 4 seconds. Top speed is 155 miles an hour. Now for the 2025 year model, there's not too many differences compared to the previous year. Up front, this model gets all of the black accents. So there's matte black, gloss black for the slats, forward camera, gloss black in the lower section. There's also the parking sensors and the sensor for the adaptive cruise. Very nice dark set for the LED housings there, with all the LED lights, of course, and then a lot more cutouts in that lower section. Now this also has a very nice set of gloss black wheels with the blue M Sport brake calipers, which is a great contrast. There's more gloss black behind that. And then the power folding side mirrors are gloss black with the camera and the turn signal. Full moonroof up top, gloss black for both the roof racks as well as all of the window trim. I think that's a really nice package to go with, especially with the gray. Gives it a great look. There's also some nice lines that run down the side too. Now there's the body colored spoiler with the third brake light, wiper blade in the lower section, a dark housing for those LED taillights. There's also a backup camera, all the sensors, quad tip dual exhaust, and when you opt for the factory installed hitch, this can tow right around 7,200 pounds. Now you can also use the key fob to remote start this vehicle, and you can use it to open up the power liftgate as well. Now on the X5 and the X7, there is that split style. You can program it to open both at the same time, which is nice though. And in back, you have a lot of cargo space. You have the spare tire underneath, you have some hooks, 12 volts, even that cover there. And of course you can fold down the back seats as well. Now this is missing one option. It does not have the adaptive suspension. But for the interior now, we have the adjustable sunshades, very nice leather, interior lighting, Harman Kardon for the audio, and then there's carbon fiber and storage in the lower section. And at 5'10", it's actually very nice to be in the back. You have an area where you can charge and attach tablets. There's storage pockets, along with vents, heated seats, climate adjustments, storage, and more auxiliaries. And I have a few inches above my head, so it's very nice for its size. You get a little bit of storage in the armrest, as well as cup holders up front, and you can even fold down that middle seat if you need to. So very nice for your backseat passengers. Up front, you have a few more goodies like the massaging seats. You can adjust the front passenger seat, release the liftgate, you have your window adjustments, side mirror controls, and even more storage. Well, let's start this up where we have some crystal options. We have the solid leather M Sport steering wheel with some brushed accents. On this left side, all of your cruise and adaptive cruise control settings, and then there's volume tuning, Bluetooth and voice commands, and you can even go through some of the content provided on this gauge cluster. So you can even go into the augmented reality if you want to pull up that camera system, and then you can even go into your layout, just depending on how you want to view this. Last one is for the head-up display. So you have a few different settings there. This also has paddle shifters as well. Now we have a little bit of storage, some headlight adjustments, more carbon fiber, and then the infotainment system. You have some info on this left side as well as the nav on the right. You can go through Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, interior lighting, all of these different apps as needed. You have your climates, your nav, as well as your music too. This also has heated and ventilated seats, along with the heated steering wheel and your temperature dials. 2 air vents in the middle. We have power and volume along with tuning, and then we have wireless charging, some more storage, and auxiliaries and cup holders that are hidden away. We have all the shortcuts for that infotainment system, and then the 360 camera system as well. So you have no shortage of visibility for this entire system. There's also traction control, parking sensors, and a few different driving modes depending on how you would like to drive. We have the downhill assist, auto hold, and the e-brake. A little bit of storage in the armrest as well as in the glove box. There's also the illuminating M logo on that passenger side. Garage door buttons up top, and then controls for both your dome lights as well as the sunroof and sunshade. And then it's pretty easy to see over both shoulders, so you really don't have any blind spots for the size of this SUV. And from second gear, here we go. Just like that, we're up to speed, and you can hear that exhaust. Definitely sounds good for a luxury focused SUV. It's not that loud. It's what you would expect, of course, for a vehicle like this. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the X5. It's a nice place to be, especially with all of the materials. Everything has a great look to it. All of the features are very nice. Now, I will say, in my X5, I have the dual screen, so I don't have this newer curved screen. There's pros and cons to both of the screens. I do like the look of this one better, but I like the functionality of mine. I think I'm just more used to it. This is easy to use, but it would be nice for some physical buttons. Maybe at some point BMW can put some physical buttons in the lower section of the screen, kind of like how Lexus has their rotary dials for the temps are actually in the screen itself. So maybe if there was a fan speed dial or a volume is down here, so that's nice, but maybe if there was a few in that screen, it might be a little bit more user friendly. So I kind of see the advantages and disadvantages to both, but just to point that out, I like it. I am used to mine, of course, though. But I don't think you can go wrong with the X5. The X5 is BMW's most popular selling vehicle. And with that healthy B58 engine along with the V8 engine, you have two different engine options depending on what suits your needs. And it's just a really nice, refined SUV. So if you want something that you can daily drive and it's practical, comfortable, can give you everything you want really out of an SUV, this is a perfect option. But that's going to wrap it up for the 2025 BMW X5 M60i. Once again, a huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Northlake for providing this SUV for me today. Check out their website, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.